Hi everyone, I'm Maya and you're watching AGC Reviews, and I wanted to show you guys how to spool a thread on the Brother sewing machine. Story with this is my mom actually found it at a great deal. Sewing machines are usually pretty expensive, and yes, it is compact, it is lightweight. I have like an old school sewing machine that is just so heavy, and it kind of just deters me from doing anything with it. And I wanted to just, I use the instructions to spool these threads and whatnot, and very easy to read, very easy to understand. But if, some of you are visual like I am, I just wanted to show you guys how to do it. So you've got your spool of thread, and of course you need to fill this one up because this is going to go into here. It's going to go into the bottom over here. So what you're going to do is, another thing, just as a by the way, I noticed that I have to have this sitting like this as opposed to this, and I'll show you why. To start, you've got this, it comes, it's kind of set down. You're going to pull this up. And now the reason why I do it this way is I found that when I do it this way, because I'm spooling it on this thing, I'm sorry, there we go, better view. The reason I do it this way instead of doing it this way is because when it comes on, this tends to move around, so it keeps hitting my spooling thread thing over here, and then it just doesn't come out even. So just an FYI, you might want to do it like this. Sometimes it's flown off on me, so I will at times hold it in place depending on how quickly I'm spooling. Now let me just get you guys set up with this. So what you're going to do is you're taking your thread, you're pulling it, and you want to set it around this knob right here. So here I've got my thread. You're bringing it, you've got the instructions here too, by the way, just so you know. You're bringing it from the front. Let me just switch hands here. Okay, so again, you're bringing it from the front and you're going around towards the back. Okay, and then pulling it through. This is basically your tension rod or whatever tension something or other it's called. So this is basically going to give you the tension that you need in order to spool your thread. Next step, I'm going to set the camera down here, give you guys a better view, and hopefully the camera won't fall on me. Just going to cut that end so it's easier for me to put it through the hole. These things, and they mention in the instructions that you have to specifically use their items. They do show like, comparison pictures and whatnot to show why you need to specifically use their items. I have no idea how accurate that is. Maybe they're just trying to get you to, order their specific accessories, which I totally get. Personally, I don't want to test it out because, $70 is still money, and I don't want to ruin the machine. So the way you're doing it, the spools that they come with, or however these barrels are called, they have holes in them, and what you're doing is you're taking your thread and you're putting it in from the inside, not from the outside in, from the inside out, through the hole. It's not so hard. You might want to cut your end off. So this is basically what it looks like right now. All right. Now let's go back to our machine. So this is what I have right now. Let me just set that down, pull some thread through. There we go. So you're going to take this and you're going to put it on your knob right here. All right. You're just putting it in. You want the string that's coming out, the thread that's coming out, you want that on top, and just give it a pull so that it's, tense over here. And then you're going to push this to the right. Okay, and you're going to spin it clockwise or counterclockwise, either way, until it clicks. Heard that? Let's do that again. So again, you're going to set this on, move it to the right, all right, and then spin until it clicks. There was that click. Next, you're going to hold this thread, you're going to give it some tension, and you're going to step on your pedal. There's my pedal. You're going to step on your pedal, and you're going to give it a few good rounds, just to get it started. Okay, once it's started, you can cut this excess thread off. That way it doesn't tangle in with the rest of it. All right, so now that's cut off, and now what you want to do is just keep going. Honestly, I found that, I've tried giving it tension with my hands also, like, putting my finger in there or whatever it is, because, I found this with every machine that I've used, the tension is never 100%, and a lot of times it'll just spin around and leave like loose threading around the spool, which, you don't want while you're sewing. So, sometimes I will end up having to, kind of hold it or give it a little more tension, or I'll, spin it twice over here, but that hasn't been really successful. But if you do it slowly, it should be okay. I've tried it a few different ways. I find that when I do it, and there is just perfect proof of what I mean as far as the tension. Okay, so, this happens. Don't get, no need to flip out on that. It happens. Just undo it. And what you can do is, again, I'm going to put this around so it goes from the front. Let's get a closer look. From the front towards the back, and it goes around. Let's try it. Let's try doing it 2 times this time. I'm just going to hold on to this until till that gets tense. Let's see if this works. So this shouldn't be too hard, and basically what you're doing is you're going to keep going until this starts to spool on a lot slower. What I did was I spun it twice around that knob, and I'm holding it down just so the thread doesn't, release on me. And in just a moment, you'll see how it gets slow. There you go. It stopped on its own. That's when you know you are done. Undo the thread over here if you're able to. I'm having a few issues. There we go. Okay, next step is super easy. You just move it to the left, pull it off, and you're done. You want to cut a little bit of excess thread here. So I've got my thread here, and I'm just going to cut that off. So I've got some, thread hanging down here. Alright, well, this is a long video as is. I'm going to do another video showing you guys how to put it into the machine. Thank you and have a great day.